Welcome everybody to next episode of our podcast about teaching and learning. I'm today here with a person that probably most of you know, Jennifer. She is a freshly minted GUE open water instructor,
Yes.
and then she just finished her kind of first independent open water class with
Yeah.
one student here in Sardinia.
Yeah.
And I would like to discuss with her a little bit what her experience was, because on that class, the main difference was that the student prepared using the Masterly Learning platform
Yes.
before she came to the class here.
Yes. Yeah.
So from because your IE was with actual lecturing.
Correct. Yeah.
You had two students, which of course adds a little bit of time and complexity, and now you had one,
Yes.
but you did need to lecture, like do all of the lectures in the previous class.
No.
Okay. So what do you think about using that platform, and what's the main difference from your perspective?
Firstly, can I just say I loved teaching open water
Okay.
because I know it was so good. And seeing the student be absolutely mesmerized, even in, let's say, challenging conditions here
Yeah.
with the storms, was really cool to see.
Yeah. We
Um,
did have a one rougher day, but
yes.
diveable, but still not perfect.
No, but it was a good learning experience
Yes.
for her. And I would say the main difference was the timing. Of course, I can waffle a lot, and so we had some quite long days with the lectures, with the students in the IE as well.
Yes.
Because there was a lot we had to cover to get to these certain points, and of course there was a lot more explaining if they didn't understand,
Yeah.
as they were seeing material for the
first
first time.
time.
Exactly. Whereas here, we did not have to do as many lectures or in-person theory sessions.
Yeah.
So what I did do the day before is I sat down and asked if there was any topics that she found a bit more challenging than others.
Yes.
And then the first day we had a recap on general buoyancy, propulsion,
Yes.
science,
To
Boyle's
verify
law.
that she understands the
Exactly, just before we
critical
went
concepts to
in.
be safe.
And she actually, it was remarkable in the fact that she instantly knew what we were going to say before we did it. And so even doing that, she was very comfortable with foundational concepts, which was really cool to see
Yes.
from an instructor's perspective. In general, I found that, well, firstly, I was more aware on my timings and briefing structure, taking my learnings from the IE.
Yes.
So in general, the days were shorter. But
yeah, I was really proud when
think
we agreed on 5:30 finish.
and it was
5:30
it was
finish.
5:30.
Yes.
But even with that, we had breaks. We had an hour lunch break each time. We had more breaks if she was cold.
Yes.
So in that, she remarked on how relaxed she found the course. It was intense with
Yeah.
the skills, but she thought it was a real mixture, the right balance,
It's a good balance between
fun and that learning and
challenge.
being
Yes.
relaxed. Yeah.
And then how much time compared to the class that you needed to do lectures in person you spent in the water? So did you spend more time on this class?
Oh yes, I for sure. In
Because
particular,
you went in the water immediately on the day number one.
yes. So day one, we were able to do the equipment actually really fast because she was aware of every bit of equipment, what it was, able to explain the role of the first stage, second stage, and the ease in which she was able to put the equipment together in real time with me made so much difference.
Yeah.
So on day one, we were able to do aquatic session 1, 2, 3, and the swim test.
Yeah.
So straight away, she went in the water,
Yeah.
having verified those foundational concepts. So in the water first day, we were able to go on longer dives. So the open water number 2 was about 90 minutes all in all.
That's nice.
And
so giving her enough experience to practically apply
exactly, and go right down to minimum gas. And then we were able to use, so that was a boat dive, and we were able to use the transit time there and back to maybe look at her own SCR and verify those topics. But yeah, pretty much it was a lot more time in water and a lot more time focusing on the things that she found more difficult at the beginning, equalizing, mask clearing, and then as we progressed, some inflator hose as well.
Yeah. So how much time, or when did you send her the link? So how much ahead or head start did you give her?
So we had a first initial chat about equipment, what she had. Did
Yeah.
you have a wetsuit,
Yeah, yeah.
logistics and everything, about a month beforehand.
Yes.
And then I sent her the link, I would say 2 to 3 weeks before.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't start it until a week before.
Yes.
So in that sense, she did find it intense.
Yeah, overwhelming a bit.
So it took her about 12 to 14 hours all in all. So she did say that she would have wanted a recap or a refresh. The e-learning system does do
Yes.
refreshes.
Yes.
So she would have liked that before she came, but she surprised herself at how much she remembered
Okay.
with me probing, which was
Yes.
great. And she did come with her own knowledge that she was more uncomfortable with the maths and
Yes.
grading factors.
Yes.
So we were able to make a dedicated afternoon of going through decompression, the maths, gradient factors. So actually she was able to explain some parts of decompression and gradient factors better than her partner, who was more advanced in GUE, let's say.
And
so
didn't do the mastery learning.
She was very proud of that.
Yes.
But I would say with that, I actually thought about which parts of the e-learning she would have found more difficult, and even knew the questions that she found more difficult. And so we were actually able to we had the same question and answer together, and so we were able to work through it, which was really nice.
Yeah, which is quite nice. So now, what did you get any feedback from your students about the class? Apart, you said that it was more that she found the class not maybe more relaxed because she has no comparison, but the class was relaxed, a good balance between having fun, learning, resting.
Yes.
The days have not been long, which was super nice to see that, you know, you have been able to finish with doing a lot of diving.
Yes. Yeah.
Around 5:30, which is a kind of nice time.
Yes. Yeah.
I know that she said that she found the amount of knowledge overwhelming at certain point.
Yes, she did. And that was, I think, due to the fact that she did all of it the week
In one
before.
chunk, yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Though she did say that with the more so discussions, not lectures, that we were having, with the knowledge presented back to her when it was needed, she found it much more like assimilating. So she was able to remember a lot more. So the discussion part of it and how the knowledge was able to apply to her own experiences was really helpful.
So did you use the time, because most of the time, if you need to provide a proper lecture, you need a classroom, sometimes you need a whiteboard, so you need to have a facility, but you have been going on a boat twice, was it?
Yes, we had 2 days on the boat.
Yeah, so you had, you know, like transition times, you have times after the dive because you were waiting for the other divers.
Yes.
Did you use that time to teach as well?
Yes, actually.
Because this is something that it's more like in-field teaching, which as well saves time because you don't need to have a dedicated session in the classroom.
For sure. And it was really useful to have those transition times because we were able to talk about dive planning en route to the dive site. And then when waiting for individuals coming out of a cave, let's say, we were already able to go through some footage and calculate her SCR, for example. I remember in open water 5 and 6, we had about 20 minutes to wait because we did 2 basically 45-minute dives back to back because of the weather conditions coming in. And so we were able to talk about the natural navigational markers we saw on the dive, as well as verifying what she saw and how she felt and what she thought of the current conditions. So that was basically taking the open water diving lecture from open water and applying it in real life.
Practice,
so it was much more useful to her at that point.
That's quite nice. What did she tell you, what would you say was her most impactful moment of the class? Was there anything that you said like, wow, she did really good considering what's going
honestly,
on?
I mean, from the first time we went under, and yes, I would say all the time, I was very impressed. And even individuals, her partner, for example, remarked, he'd said, I did not expect her to make this much progress by day 2, for example. And I guess, yes, I had 2 students, but in the IE, I remember the first descent or aquatic session 3 being
more chaotic?
Yes.
Was it?
Yes. Just a little bit.
Yeah, because it's 2 students as well.
It was 2 students. And I did bring some of the learnings from that in terms of first descent speed, equalization. And I said to her over and over again, I was really surprised at how calm she was and how how aware she was in the water from the off. So she was able to understand how to descend, how to dump, her body position. And even from the first session, she was asking me, you know, question, I feel unstable. Should I actually extend my legs? Should I breathe in here or inflate? And asking these really perceptive questions from minute zero.
Yeah, so I think what we are doing with the online learning, we are preparing students, they know what's coming.
Exactly.
So they can anticipate and they can recall the knowledge that they have.
Yeah.
This is happening. So let me deploy this tool or that knowledge at that particular
Exactly.
moment.
And I think understanding the equipment before is was really, really useful as well, because I can count the number of times that they made a procedural mistake on one hand. I think they made one mistake with a long hose and that was it.
Yeah.
And so familiarity with the equipment and therefore comfort, relaxation, ease in the water was evident from the first descent. Even where things were on their body and the positioning, it was really cool to see. And yes, you know, there was reminders about head position, trim, knees dropping, the classic things, but there was definitely less foundational teaching in terms of buoyancy and equipment awareness from the first sessions, which really sped everything up as well.
Okay,
or more in water time, or more playing. Yeah.
So today, I'm not sure if you want to share something more, because I have one thing to share.
You can share.
Yeah.
You can share. What was
like as a closure, because
you can share.
it was very nice to have this class along some other classes that was running, because we have a Cave 1 class, we have this open water class, we have some more advanced divers, and it was really nice to see that she could kind of integrate with the whole group. But what I really liked, we met her today, and one of the questions was asking the partner, where I will be diving next. It's like, when I need to do it now, because I want to do it. So which is really nice to see that somebody who just did the class is asking, okay, when is my next dive?
When next? And that was so good to see. And I cannot tell you the smile on her face, even doing skills in the marina, when she saw fish or how the light reflects, and being able to literally be super still in the water, comfortable, and enjoy it was really cool to see and really rewarding. And as you said, she was able to dive and be on a boat surrounded by these other divers who all basically took the course in their stride, and she was able to converse and chat and talk about her next diving opportunities.
So the more advanced divers have not been so intimidating.
No,
as people think.
Really not. Really not.
All right, so thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
I like that you like it.
I love it.
I like that the student like it.
Me too.
And I like the fact that you like that the student like it, and so on and so on. So good luck with next classes, because I know that you have some plans already.
I do. I have a few performance diver and a few open water in the future as well.
And then I know that you wrote a document as well, or you wrote a small something. About the differences, so that we can potentially share that as well.
Yes, I can. Yeah, I wrote basically, I guess, a timetable of the day, including longer breaks, and I guess an overall summary of how the e-learning affected the day-to-day. And then an overall summary as well. But I think the main takeaway was it wasn't just about more time in water and I guess a more relaxed course and finishing on time. It was seeing how much more confident that student was from the off.
From the beginning.
From the very beginning,
Exactly. All right. Thank you very much.
No worries.
And good luck with your next classes.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.